G'day, you dickheads. Welcome, bloody welcome to a live build stream. It's been a while. I think last one was end of August. Fuck me. That's what? Nearly a month. It's been a little dry on the RBA front. We've had a few nice things coming in the vape mail. Don't worry, if you're a patron, you would have seen there's plenty of stuff flowing in for review. But it's been mods. There's like a sub tank from Hellvape and stuff like that. Haven't had a whole lot of RBAs until sort of this last week or so. And we got a few tasty treats. Got a Boro, got a Dot RBA, and we got a couple of not so new, but they look pretty fucking nice, European RTAs. The Nibiru, which I think is actually from Greece. I think it's a Greek one, but it sounds very Japanese. It sounds like a sushi restaurant. And we got the Caspardina, I think is it. It seems to be an RTA and possibly an RDA as well. Am I wrong in that? I'm looking on the website here. It says RTA and RDA, unless they're two different products. But anybody got a Caspardina, let me know what the deal is. But anyway, we're going to build those. We've got a new kid on the block, I suppose, in the sort of Boro and Dot welds. VEEPON? VEEPON. That's a funny name. VEEPON. VEEPON. Well, he was VEEPON. They sent me their Dot RBA, their Boro RBA, the Tita. It's got to be good when it's got the word tit in it. The Tita, and they also sent me the mod. Where is it? Their dot mod as such. Well, it's obviously not a dot mod, but it takes the dot bridges. So yeah, we're going to check out all their new gear. So yeah, strap yourselves in. Get your votes in, guys, as to what we're going to build first. It looks like the Tita Boro is out in front, followed by the Nibiru, and then the Caspardina in third place, with the Tita Dot coming in fourth. So we'll do it democratically. Get your votes in if you want to have a say in what we're building. How's the audio? Is it all good? You guys can hear me all right? Is the music too loud? Let me know. Let me know if it's too loud. We're going with a bit of metal today. Haven't had any metal for a while. Let's do a few hellos in the chat before we get into things. What do we got? We got Teddy Alpha. How are you, mate? Joseph. Motherfucker Chooch is in the house. Lost World of JJ. We got James Coffey. We got Aaron. We got the ever awesome Shane Beekman looking after the administration duties. We have GT Twin Cam. We have Joshua Hilmer. DHFRXC. We have Roge Fun. We have Aaron. Oh, we already said hello to Aaron. Thank you for giving Aaron 3 hellos. Cicero is here, damn it. We got Alex. We got Aileen. We got Kevin Karekis. We got Corey. How are you? We have Joseph. We got Bet. Good to see you, Bet. We got Dean of the Dead. Good to see you again, mate. Brendy. Brenny? Or Brendan. How are you, Brenny? We got Georgia Boy. How are you, Jeremy? We have Morton. Vape and Grind. How you doing, my bean? Rusty. Carlos. Hertugen. Patrick. I don't tell ya. We have Dr. Akula. Space Turtle. John Haymaker, how are you? We have Connor. We got Lurker Jerry. Ibrahim, Jeremy, Fowler Brown, Angel Gomez, haven't seen you for a while, mate. Hope you're well. All right. Is it good? Is it good? I think that's everybody. We'll leave it there. All right, guys. So before we can get into anything, we've got to have a fucking beer, don't we? Wouldn't be a stream with yours truly if we didn't have a fucking beer.
Let's drink a beer. Let's drink it here. 'Cause tonight is all that's here.
All right. I think I found a new one from Hawkers, an Aussie brewery located over in Melbourne. It's called Beneath the Trees We Gather. It's a Yuzu and Plum Kettle Sour. You guys know I'm a big fan of the sour beers. Wesley Baxter, I know he likes his sours. Yeah, I'm excited to try this one. Hawkers make some great beers. I've had plenty of tasty beers from them. What do we got? Our Plum and Yuzu Kettle Sour is an absolute delight with explosive bursts of flavour and a sense of the Orient. This beer is as complex as it is delicious, combining sweet, juicy plums with zesty, citrusy yuzu. All right. Brewing over in Reservoir, Victoria. And this one comes in at a reasonably hefty fucking 7%. Excusez-moi. Get the bubbles out early. All right, let's pour it. Sounds amazing, says Rusty. Yeah, it does sound good, doesn't it? You love your plums. I do, Lost Worlds. I do love me plums. Did a plum tobacco, which we really should pair this with, shouldn't we? We should pair this with a plum tobacco. Do I have a bit of plum job in a setup at the moment? I think I've got it in a pod. I've always got it in something. Do I have it in something cloudy? Maybe not. Maybe we can just dump it in over the top of whatever's in here. Yeah, we could. Yeah, we could. We could do that, because that's a good idea. Putting a bit of plum job over the top of these plums and yuzu. All right. A fucking cheers, dickheads. Whatever it is you're drinking, whether it's coffee, water, or a beer like myself. Hope you're having a good day. Try Red Horse. Denver John, I've had Red Horse many times. I've actually got some Red Horse in the fridge. Was sent to me courtesy of the guys at Wicked. Sent me a carton of fucking Red Horse. I've been slowly making my way through it. It's a bit of a boozy, not super great tasting beer, but being 8%, it will get you fucked up. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Not as full on with the flavour that I was hoping for, but it's got that kettle sour sort of dryness. It's got a very natural plum. It's not an artificial sort of plum flavour. It's very sort of natural red plums. And it has a nice fizzy sort of tanginess. That citrus yuzu there is definitely coming through. Sort of like natural plums with like a tropical citrus kind of feel to it. It's got a nice colour to it, doesn't it? It looks like the inside of a red plum. Yeah, the more I'm drinking it, the more I'm liking it. Really natural, deep red plums, and you get that. Yeah, it's got a real fizziness to it. It's not super sour. It's more of a tart than a sour, but it's nice enough. Good warm weather beer, I reckon. Lost World, I got to ask, what is yuzu? Yuzu's like an Asian fruit. I think it's sort of citrusy. I've never actually eaten the fruit itself, but it's popped up in quite a few beers that I have had. It's sort of like a citrusy kind of, yeah, a little bit Asian, Oriental kind of, yeah, fruit. Kind of reminds me of sort of like lemony, limey, that kind of thing. A little bit grapefruity, that kind of thing. Asian fruit, so it's not super common, you know, in your Western countries. All right, we shall pair this up with a liquid. Like I said, a bit of plum job, I think, is called for here. A bit of plum job. Oh God. There we go. What do we got here? Yes. Now what I'm going to do is it's just kind of vape off whatever's in this. Fuck, I've got so many vapes going, I forget what's in what. It's the RDA for vaping V2 from Coil Turd, still sitting atop the ENT mod, which I just reviewed recently. We're going to try and dry this cotton out a little bit and put some plum job over the top of it, because I reckon plum job with this, ooh. Alright, that'll do. That's dry enough. Alright, let's whack some plum job. Going to be over at Vapor Expo in just, what is it? 21st today? So, just under 3 weeks to Vapor Expo UK. I'm going to be heading over once again. Going to be there with the Rebel Bogan juice line. It's now being bottled and distributed in the UK. I know this is an American-friendly sort of live stream session, so you know, maybe not so many UK people watching right now live, but if you're watching this on replay and you're in the UK, head over to Vapor Expo, 7th, 8th and 9th of October. I'm going to be there with Rebel Bogan. As I said, you can pick up Rebel Bogan in the UK now. It's already get quite a few vape stores, and we're going to be over there doing some Rebel Bogan and maybe a few other little special treats. We'll see. All right, so plum job is plums, obviously, red plums with an amber tobacco. I've featured it many times. You guys are probably sick of hearing me explain it. It's not like a full-on tobacco-y sort of flavour, don't worry. It's sort of just got that really nice, sweet red plum flavour with like an earthiness from the tobacco that it's not dominant, don't worry. Even if you don't like tobaccos, give it a go, because I reckon you'll fucking like it. It's probably my favourite out of the line. Oh, that is delightful. That is kind of just giving me what I was really looking for in that beer. Just a bit more plum. Bringing in more of that sort of red plum flavour. The yuzu gives it a nice little tangy citrus finish, but it's sort of like sweet red plums and then tangy yuzu on the end. Bit of industrial metal happening right now. Sounds very 9 Inch Nails. It is Auto Hacker. Auto Hacker is the band, I believe. Inner Stress is the song. Oh. Fuck me, that's gone really well. That's gone really well. Love it. Yeah, sweet plums. All right. Clear the condensation off me nostrils. What are we building, guys? What are we going to get into first? Let's have a look at the... Oh, we missed a super chat. Sorry. I just realised that there was a super chat that came in. So we're going to be building the Tita Boro. And get the tits out. But... we had a super chat come in from Aaron Simpson. He says, "Hey Bogan, nice shirt. How about some pigtails?" Mate, absolutely. I think I'm wearing the same shirt in the bumper. No, I'm not. I'm not wearing that shirt. But thank you. I do like this shirt. It's very pink. It's very pink. I might just skip that track because it's a little bit fucking boring. All right. Thank you very much, Aaron, for that super chat. Appreciate you. Appreciate that. And I would appreciate everybody else. If you can't do a super chat, that's just fine. give us a hand and hit that like button because, yeah, the YouTube algorithms, they're fucked. They're fucked. And the likes really do help. There's 102 of you watching. We've got 46 likes. So everybody, hit the like button. I hate being that guy, but it really does help. Okay, why do the pigtails fit you so well? Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's get the Tita. Tita. So they sent me, I think, pretty much all of the products from this mob. VEEPON. VEEPON. Let's just slide on over here to the up and close camera. All right, so we have the Tita. They're calling it the Tita X. The Tita X. It is for your Boro devices. All right. So we open up this little cardboard box. Tita's out. Get your Titas out. VEEPON. So I think these guys are sort of fairly new. I'm not really familiar with them. Vape on and moving forward. Some poor grammar there. But do we really expect much else out of China? So inside you're going to get some spare screws and a couple of little Claptons. You've got 316 stainless steel is the construction. Airflow type MTL and direct lung. You get a 1mm pin, you get a 1.2mm pin, a 1.5, a 2, a 3, a 4. And a 3.5 pre-installed. So a good range of airflow options. You got the bridge. Now it comes in both black and silver. Let's just put that chimney on properly. There you go. So that's what she looks like. Chimney's got a cool little shape to it. Kind of like a little vase shape. Comes off. Your little X on one side, and you've got Tita on the other. Take off the top piece there. Just a flat sort of inside to the chamber. And we have a couple of Phillips head screws. You can clamp the coil, I guess, either side, but I think from looking at it, you want to put your leg in here. Which is a bit weird because looking at that screw, your leg, if it's not thick enough, if you've got thin wire, it might kind of miss the screw. Which is a bit weird. Same on that side, it might miss the screw. We'll see. 3.5mm pin pre-installed. Wicking is going to be sort of from the bottom here. You've got 3 little sort of drain pipe style cuts. There's a little kind of groove, so this is going to sit sort of flat on the bottom of your Boro tank, and there's a little groove there for liquid to get in underneath, so hopefully it wicks well. Looks like you just unthread this guy here to reveal a 510 connection, so you can just whack it on your mod for pulsing and pinching. You got your airflow pins in there. I don't think there's anything else. No, nothing else in there, just the airflow pins. So what are we going to put in here, guys? Are we going to go direct lung, or are we going to go mouth to lung? What do you guys think? Let us know in the chat. While you guys are letting me know in the chat, I'll quickly run you through. They do a Tita tank, like a Boro tank, which is sold separately. MTL direct. So what do we got? 1, 2 MTLs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 direct lungs. It's a little annoying getting the box out. Direct lung seems to be winning. I'll let you guys keep voting for a little longer. So they do 2 versions. Well, they might do more than this, but they've sent me 2 different versions of this. They do a white one and they do a black one. I think direct lung seems to be winning. So yeah, they do these 2 different variants. A different sort of design to their Boro tank in that you've got a top piece that's removable. The bottom is sort of all sealed as one piece. Airflow comes through these little slits on the front here, and then you've got the sides open. But you've got a top cap rather than like a bottom cap, which we see a lot with this sort of style. And they've kind of, they've copied that dual. Who did this just recently? We reviewed, what Boro was it that we reviewed that did this? The dual system. I forget, who was it, guys? I'm having a mental blank. Yeah, you can fill it from this bit here, or you can fill it from the side. Dual filling plug. Who just did it? The Vision. That's right, the Vision. Thank you, Shane. Yeah, one of my favourite sort of recent Boros. The Vision had that system. I don't know whether they stole it, but Umbrella Mods. Yeah, Umbrella Mods did it. But I don't really care. It's a good idea. Why not spread it around the community? So that's the little tank that they do. I think the overwhelming votes are for a restricted direct lung. So let's just put this shit to one side. Now there was a 4mm pin, so we're gonna go, I think, with the 4. Given it's the widest option, there's the 4 there, I think. They don't actually have a marking. So you're gonna have to just eyeball it, which seems a bit crazy. You're gonna have to eyeball the pins. They don't actually mark them for you. So we'll unscrew that. We'll screw in the 4mm pin. We'll just make sure that's nice and snug. There we go. All right, so 4mm installed because we're going to do restricted direct lung. Might as well test out the sort of maximum airflow. Let you guys know how airy it is. And obviously it's always a good test of smoothness, the widest setting. This is very epic metal, isn't it? So we can just screw it straight into this mod. This is the Steam Crave Hadron Pro, if you're wondering. I like to use it because it's really tall. It's huge. Big lipo mod. It's nice and tall, gets it up close to the camera. And we're going to put a coil in it. Now, the question is, what coil do we put in? I recently got sent some coils from, not a new coiler, he's been around for a while. He's actually been a Patreon for a long while. Adrian Oxide, a great member of the community, good advocate of mech mods, things like that. But he's making coils. He's been making coils for a long time, but he's never sent me any. So now I finally have some Oxide 1 coils. So we're going to maybe chuck a set of these in here. Let's see what he's got in the way of sort of single coil options. That's mouth to lung. Alright, I think these are our choices. Adrian is a top cunt there, GT. I agree. So, what have we got that'll work in here? We have some N80, 2x27 gauge, wrapped in 36 gauge, 5 wraps, 0.4 for a single coil. That'll work, 0.4. We got some 0.36, so a little bit lower in resistance, 2.5mm ID. And we have what is called a N80 Panda Spankers. Panda Spankers, triple 28 gauge, wrapped in 36. 0.29. I wonder whether these will fit though. These look quite large. Lee Baxter has finally joined us. That's all right, Lee. We're only just getting into the first build, mate, so you haven't missed too much. Although you did miss me cracking open a sour, and I know how much you love sour beers. All right, let's have a look and see. I think this might be a bit ambitious. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. That's too big. I think that's too big. I mean, let's have a quick look. This looks huge. Yeah, that's just ridiculous. I think that's too big. So, we might go for something. It looks more to me like a 2.5. The spoon is too big. Let me just put this coil away. Thankfully, Adrian has sent me a few. So what do we got here? 0.36, 2.5 ID. I think this will be a better choice. You need a 0.4 or higher, says Neil Pitts. Have you got one of these, Neil? Is that what you're running in yours? I think this will work though. This is pretty close to 0.4. It is, come on, 2 strands of 27 gauge wrapped in 36, 2.5 ID, 0.36, so it's pretty close to the 0.4. Oxide 1 coils, and I think this looks like a very nicely made coil, but I think it looks like it will fit much better. There we go. All right, so let's just slide you in. Yeah, there we go. That's a much better fit. Now I'm interested to see how this clamp system works, because it looks like it's got too much of a hook, but we'll see. That's terrible. I've screwed that screw in all the way, and like I suspected when we first had a look at this thing, I mean, look at that. It just pushes the wire into, you guys a better shot of it. just pushes the wire into the corner and it doesn't actually clamp it. So this is a poorly designed post, because I mean, the only way that that isn't going to do that is if you've got crazy thick wire. So we're going to have to try and hold the lead underneath the screw. There we go. Thesis himself. I want Link, you dick. Thesis, good to see you, brother. Appreciate you. Hope you're well, dudes. Hope you're fucking well. Great to see you in the chat. So yeah, look, you can get it under there, but you've got to hold it in place, because that hook there, look, it's not underneath the screw at all. So you've got to kind of push the lead over and then clamp it. It seems kind of pointless having that deep hook there. Doesn't really help you. All right, let's position our coil. It wasn't too hard to build. It's not like it completely ruins it having that deep hook, but just a little bit pointless having that deep cut into this bit here when your wire is out of the way of the screw head. All right, so I'm gonna cut this lead. Looks like there's a reasonable amount of distance between the cap and the post, so you don't have to be crazy precise. There we go. Let's just give these one last quick snug up. But I think we're ready for a pulse and a pinch. One thing I've noticed is the second set of coils that I've set up from Adrian, and there's just no hot spots. Like, you just pulse it and it just glows evenly right out of the fucking gate. Very, very well made coils. No real strumming needed. Look at that. It's just ready to go. All right, let's get our top cap. Let's check. I think we're good though. No, we're not touching anything. That's good. Good to go. Good to go. Let's check our resistance. Unscrew this a little bit. Reset the resistance. No, it hasn't changed. I don't think. No, it stayed at 0.33, which is just fine. They're rated, I think, at what, 0.36, so pretty close. Pretty close to what we were expecting. 0.33 will be fine for a restricted direct lung. So we might just let that cool down a little bit more. We'll have a little cool down of our own. Have a little toot. Toasty Cam, waiting for your stubby, mate. I hope you enjoy it. That's right, GT. Yeah, shouldn't really change if there's no hotspots. There wasn't. It was just ready to go. All right, I think we should be good for cotton. Let's whack a little bit of cotton in here. Is this the RBA? This is the Tita X Boro RBA. Lemel. Alright, we got our cotton in. Now, looking at the shape of our little bit here, I think I'm going to cut it sort of like I do a lot of these sort of style Boro RBAs. Just going to cut it into like a little point, I reckon. Kind of in line with the edge of the deck. We'll do a little fluffing, a little combing. Because it's wicking from below, it's not going to have heaps of sort of gravitational pressure. And we've got a reasonably, you know, direct lung build. We want to put a decent wattage through this, so I want to make sure the wicking can keep up. So we'll just thin a little bit of that cotton out. Give it a quick little trim again. Little kind of diamond shape to it. And then kind of tuck it in there. Maybe a little extra length. I think that should be all right. Maybe cutting it right in line with the edge of the deck was a little short, so I'm just going to pull it through. That's why you always do one side of your cotton before the other, because that way you can pull it through and get a bit more length. So I'm going to go like a little wider than the edge of the deck. Just so that I can get down and fill the bottom of that tray nicely. Little fluff. I reckon about that. Let's have a look. Maybe that's too much. How's that looking? I reckon that looks pretty good. Even it up a little bit. In it goes. What do you cunts think? I think that looks alright. Make sure that we don't have too much cotton kind of coming over the edges, because we want it to seal properly. There we go. There we go. I think we're ready for liquid. GT Twin Cam is asking Miss Alex to play death metal. I'm not going to say her name because you can't know what'll happen. She hears everything. But thank you very much. We'll have some death metal. All right. Thank you very much for the donation there, mate. We need to find a liquid. What are we going to put on this? What are we going to put on this? I've been absolutely loving this stuff. Can't get enough of it. It is the Strapped rhubarb custard. Come on, focus. There we go. Rhubarb custard. It tastes like the hard-boiled sweets. The old English hard-boiled sweets. Rhubarb custard. It's not like custard like you normally get with a vape liquid, where it's all like creamy and, you know, custardy. It's that hard-boiled sweet from the old days. We used to have a couple of candy shops in the town I grew up in, and I used to love these rhubarb custard, the hard-boiled candy sweets. And this liquid, I tell you what, it tastes bang on like that rhubarb custard, boiled sweet. So we're going to use a bit of that. I'm going to put our little top cap back together. So we've got to we'll keep that off. Got to put on our little base here. And since they sent it along, we might as well use one of the tanks that they sent. I kind of like this white one. I don't mind the white there, something a little different. So if you're using the Boro that they make, it's pretty easy to install, because you can literally just poke it through the top and in. I think. There we go. And then we should just be able to push our top cap on here. There we go. I think we're good. I think it all fits together pretty well. That wasn't too hard. No lube, gang. Yeah, I mean, if you put a bit of lube on it, it might go in a bit easier, but I always like to try it dry first. Force it in dry, that's it. Well, I think we're ready to put some liquid in. That'll do. Pretty fucking easy. All right, mod. What mod are we going to put this in? Well, you know me, dickheads. Let's whack it in a stubby. Whack it in this little prototype I have here of the new limited edition pink stubby that we're going to be doing. Give you guys a little sneak peek. There's going to be just 250 of these made. It's going to be a special limited edition. They're going to have both the pink panels, but also it's going to come with black panels. So it's going to be a little special one. I really like it with black panels. I think it looks like a delicious licorice all sorts with the black panels, but it's going to come with pink as well, and it's going to come with a special little Bogan logo engraving here, which the other ones won't have. So it's going to be a little special edition hot pink. Should be available with the batch coming beginning of October. Patreons are going to get first dibs. There you go. I think that looks nice in there with the white, black, and pink. Kind of like that. Don't mind that at all. Make sure that's all nice and flat. There we go. On goes the door. And let's whack a little matching drip tip. Well, kind of matching. What wattage have we got in here at the moment? 30 watts. Let's start it a little lower. So we're reading at 0.34. Pretty happy with that. Let's start at 25. We'll start at 25 watts. But there you go there, guys. This little sneak peek of the limited edition pink stubbies. Better get in on those quick, as I said, because they're going to be limited. All right, 25 watts. Let's see how this Tita goes. Immediately, I'm pretty happy with that. The airflow, 4 millimeters. It's nice and open. Don't think the door is limiting the airflow on the stubby. I think that's I think it's about the same. Smoother with the door on, but no, airflow seems to be good. Can you put the door on upside down? No, because the cutout disappears underneath the lip of the top. There's no cutout on the top, mate. Philip Haddad, hi Bogan. I absolutely love my stubby AO. Thanks so much for designing something like this. I also love the look of your ether Boro. Wondering how hard will this be to get in Oz? Thank you so much for those lovely kind words, Philip. It really brings me so much joy to hear that you're actually enjoying it that much. It won't be hard to get the ether Boro. Vaporize is going to have them, and I'm guessing that they will probably distribute them to a few other vape shops that usually order from, because obviously Vaporize do wholesale as well as retail. I would expect that they will probably have them on Vape Traders and wholesale them to a few other shops, but either way, you better get them through Vaporize. All right, I think we can go up a little more in wattage from the 25 watts. Let's go to 30, see what 30's like with our little 0.34, but I'm pretty happy with that. The flavour is good, even before the cotton's sort of broken in. pretty decent clouds, man, on that coil for 30 watts. I gotta say, I'm impressed. The flavour of this is great. I'm having no issues with wicking. 30 watts. As you can see, I've been just chain vaping it. Yeah, you can do that as well, Fowler Brown. I took the pink doors off of the prototype and I put them on my black one. You can do pink doors. Come on, Frank, focus. Is he gonna? There we go. Pink doors on the black. A little sticker on there from Ultrev, if you're wondering. This sticker comes from Ultrev. But yeah, you can put the pink doors on the black. As I said, the pink one's going to come with black doors and pink doors so that you got a choice. It's going to be a little bit more expensive than the standard stubbies, just because of the extra doors and the extra engraving, but it won't be much. It's just a little bit more expensive. But they are going to be limited edition to 250 units. I'm really liking this bridge. This is great. I don't know about the Philippines, Kate. Philippines is tricky. It's really going to depend on your local stores. Cost on the Ether RBA, £60, about 75 US. So it's not going to be expensive. It's going to be that sort of middle range. But you get 3 tanks with it, which is pretty cool. Lost World. Look, we might do doors available separately if people want to buy them separately. But we're kind of leaving the doors stuff to the modders out there. You know, like the people like Carrot Labs, like Obey Robot, like NS Mods. Who else is doing them? Vital Designs, all the guys that do Billet Box and .aio panels. We're kind of leaving that for them because we love the community around Boros. So we might do some panels in the future. We probably will, but we're kind of leaving most of that for everybody else. GT, the problem is if we did 3 bases with the tank, they're metal, the bases are metal, so that would put the cost up more. We're going to be selling the tank separately, so if people want different coloured bases and things like that, they'll be able to buy little tank packs and things like that. Does the stubby will be available in Indonesia? Mohammed, Indonesia has a really, really high import tax on vape gear. I was talking to Beecher, Coil Turd, and his juice is bottled in Indonesia. Your Bule Bolo is made in Indonesia because the cost of importing liquid into Indonesia is really, really high. The Indonesian government has a big tax on imported products. So I don't know whether the stubby will be available directly in Indonesia, but places like Evolution Vaping, they ship internationally, so you can always order from overseas. I'm not sure about local stuff. I'm just the designer, guys. The distribution is not something I'm always across. I'm really impressed with this. At 30 watts, that is delicious. Let's go a little higher. Let's try 35 just for shits and gigs, and then we're going to move on to the next one. But this coil is beautiful, and this RBA performing great, performing really, really nicely. Delicious. Flavour is like up there with much more expensive Boros, and I don't think it's expensive. I think the Tita X RBA is that's for the dot. 34 pounds. 35 pounds. Not expensive. So a great budget option. Anyway, forgot the bumper for the very generous donation from Philip Haddad. Thank you very much for those lovely kind words on the stubby, mate. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Here's some pigtails for you. And we just had another super chat come in from Inspector Gadget. Go Gadget donation. Hey man, you know when the stubby will be available in the US again? Yes, I do, Inspector Gadget. Along with the UK and Australia, a new batch will be coming out early October. So aiming to have them land at Suicide Mods for distribution sort of beginning of October, and then they'll get out to the US places early October. So we'll do it monthly, new batches, so you'll see them early October, mate. But thank you very much for that donation. That's interesting. Kate says Tita means auntie here in the Philippines. Okay, auntie. I wonder if it's intentional. Probably not. So far, so good on the Tita. Seems to be wicking really well. Seems to be quite saturated, so hopefully it doesn't leak on me. I can't tell you right now. It hasn't leaked yet, but if it does, I'll do a wicking tutorial in the review, and we'll add a bit more cotton. But so far, it's just beautifully saturated. All right, let's get moving, guys. Let's keep building. So the next one on our list is the, according to the democratic results, the Nibiru RTA. I'm saying it with a Japanese accent because it sounds like it's Japanese, but it's not. Let's have a quick look here. Nibiru. All right. So this is from MADDOG. MADDOG. I think this has been out for a couple of years. Let's jump on in to the Nibiru. Nibiru. So MADDOG are Italian. Nibiru. Hey, Nibiru. So inside you're going to get a user manual, you're going to get the usual bags of spare O-rings, and this is one thing that I want to stress because I recently unboxed this on one of my Patreon vlogs, and I managed to lose one of these. You see this little stainless steel nugget? That's like a kind of like a ball bearing system. It has a clicky airflow ring with a spring, and when I took off the airflow ring, the little nugget piston ball bearing thing fell out. I don't know where it went. They give you a bunch of spares, which is great, so I used one of the spares. But if you have one of these, or you get one of these, don't take off the airflow ring without being very careful about that little ball bearing nugget. So you get a few options with this guy. You get the tank, and you get these little these are like little chimney inserts. So this changes the chamber. So you got like a cone shape here, you've got like a step down system here, and then there's like a domed one installed at the moment. So up the top, you got this little twisty 3-hole filling system. So very easy to fill. No cap, just a twisty ring. You got a 510 drip tip, Delrin, 510 drip tip there. And then you've got a little bit of branding, Nibiru, and you've got this lovely clicky airflow control. So if we twist it all the way to the right, ooh, the deck comes out. There's the deck. Put the deck back in. So widest airflow, and then it steps down, and there's like this nice little click to each of these. There you go. You adjust the airflow via these little holes. Does it tell me what the airflow options are? It holds 2.7 mil of liquid. Airflow is 0.8 millimeters up to 1.8. So I think we're going to go mouth to lung on this, guys, because it's got a very mouth to lung type airflow option. Deck has it's like a quarter turn system, so deck's locked, twist it all the way to the right, clockwise, take the deck out, away you go. This is frosted glass. I took it apart already. It's 22 millimeters in diameter. It is, Yoshi, 22. This is frosted glass. It's not acrylic. It's not polycarbonate. It's actual glass, which is nice. Now to get your little chimney chamber, best thing to do, I found, take your drip tip out, take a little screwdriver or something, and you kind of you find there's a little edge in there. And you just sort of push it out. Come on, out you come. Out you come, mate. There we go. So you got little inserts you can take out. So this is the domed one I mentioned earlier, and then you got a dome, you got a cone, and you got a step. And they just have like a little O-ring system to hold them in place. Push it in and it sits there. We'll go with the dome, we'll go with the stock pre-installed. Let's have a look at the deck though. So the deck, kind of a little unique, a little bit similar to some other stuff. You've got grub screws in here, little flathead grub screws. Your coil legs are going to sit in here and in here. Coil's going to sit sort of down in the little trench. You can see the airflow fans out, but has like a smaller point. And then you've got your little juice channels on either side here. Yeah, be interested GT to see what the step airflow cap does, but we'll try it stock for now. So all we're going to do, yep, you can get basically a standard size screwdriver in that hole, no problems, so no issues. Threads are all really nice. It is made in Italy, so it feels very well built. And like I said, you can pull this airflow ring off, right, like that. But if you do, there's a little ball bearing thing on the opposite side to the airflow, and that will pop out. So just be aware of that. I lost one. Lamel thinks the deck is funny. It's a mouth to lung deck, my man. You'd have to use a 2 millimeter? No, I think a 2.5 will fit in here. We're gonna see. We're gonna see in just a minute what size is gonna fit. Let's find a coil. This might be a round wire tank. It might be, but no, there's quite a bit of room in there. All right, coil, coil, coil. You know what we might use in this? Desiderata chipping in with a super chat. Have a beer for me, bro. I can't due to health scare, so taking it easy. A break is better than dialysis at 34. Wow, yeah, I want to be on dialysis at 34, my man. My stubby is due Friday. Stay safe. Thank you very much, mate. I appreciate that. That's awesome, and I hope you're feeling healthy again soon. All right, we are going to try some bogan coils. Now, I didn't make these, all right? I didn't make these, but they are a they're sets of coils that are my sort of go-to builds. And they're going to be available through Obey Robot. Just so, you know, if you're looking for the kind of builds that I use in certain things, you can go and get these coils. But as I said, I didn't make them. They're just my go-to sort of gauges of builds. What do we got here? Let's use this one. My sort of go-to MTL Alien, which I think should fit in here nicely. So let's just show you guys what we got. We got a little bogan coil tin here, a little coil mullet. So these are sort of my like MTL aliens. You guys know I love mouth to lung stuff. I love me aliens. And I always like them around about the 0.7 to 0.8 ohms. So these are a 3-strand, I think it's a 3 micro-frame staple alien with a 40 gauge wrap. All N80. 2.5mm ID, 5.5 wraps, and they should come in around about 0.7 ohms. I think the packaging will probably be a bit different retail-wise, but these were sent on to me from Obey Robot. Take one of these guys out. Yes, these are made by Obey Robot, but they are sort of my go-to MTL build. You guys would have seen me install plenty of coils from some of my favorite coil builders with this sort of kind of specs, 40 gauge wrap. And I reckon that's going to fit in there pretty nicely. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. 2.5 ID. This looks really easy to build. I mean, look at that. You just kind of place your coil in. Hold your coil in place. The only problem I can see with this style of deck is it's going to kind of twist the lead a little bit. Because the lead's obviously flat, and then the leg's coming in from a side angle. So it is going to kind of twist the lead a little bit. And you can't put a rod in here. Someone suggested, who was that? GT, you can't really put a rod in there because it does have a little cutout just here. So I guess you can put a rod in. I guess it's designed to sit right there. I think that's the idea. So I guess we'll leave the coil kind of sitting a little higher than down in that trench. But that fits in there, no worries. Let's just straighten it up a little bit. That looks pretty good to me. So we'll go ahead and clip our wires. Now, you got a pretty sort of flush edge here. So what I'm thinking is bend our leg up. Bend our leg up and snip from above. Yeah, that works. Because you got a little bit of distance between where the screw kind of clamps the edge of the coil, and then you can just sort of bend him up like that, snip it flush with the top here. So apart from it twisting the leg of the coil a little bit, it's actually pretty easy to install and build a coil. Drop our wattage down a little bit. Get it as straight as we can. I think that's looking good. All right, let's reset our resistance. All right, it's coming in at 0.67, so pretty close to our 0.7 rating. We're ready for some cotton, I think. We need some cotton. Okie dokie. Let's do it. Let's fucking do it. There we go. All right. So I think I'm going to snip kind of maybe just in line with the edge of the RTA, not the deck, just a little out here. We'll see where that lands. A little thin. A little fluff. All right, let's tuck it in. So our wicking's on the side. Might be too much cotton. Might be a little too much. I think maybe edge of the deck is going to be the spot. Not the edge of the tank, but the edge of the deck. Yeah, that feels good. So we'll do the same on the other side. Edge of the deck. Give it a little comb. Try not to pull it through. And keep these even. Chuck this side in. I reckon that looks all right. So we're just going to make sure we cover these little holes here. Come on, focus, Frank. Focus on the bit that people need to see. Yeah, cover those little holes. And we should be good. All right, liquid time. I know what liquid we're going to put in here. This RTA was sent to me from Vaping Fossil. Obviously, these higher end, these fancy European modders, they don't generally send out their gear for review much because it's premium, you know. I don't need to. But I'm very lucky that Vaping Fossil supports me with a few of these little fancy bits and pieces. Yeah, GT knows what's coming. The naturally extracted tobacco range from Vaping Fossil, rum and raisin. This liquid is absolutely fucking delicious. It tastes like the smell of like fresh pouch tobacco. Like rum and Port Royal rum and red wine, if you guys remember that. I was a big fan of that one. That was one of, in my smoking days, that was one of my go-to pouch tobaccos. And this has like the taste of the smell of that tobacco. It's not smoky. It doesn't have a smokiness, which is really nice. It has that that sort of smell, but in taste form. It's really good. All right, so let's put our tank on. And then fill it up. Where's our lid? Oh, I don't need a lid. I'm looking around for the lid. No lid. It's that awesome, like, twisty top. Very simple, very easy. Drip tip, put you back in. All right, let's put it on a mod. I recently got a new DNA 100C mod. Oh, we've got liquid coming out of our airflow. That's not a good sign. I may have wicked this wrong. We'll see. We'll see in a second. Let's turn that wattage down. Start at 17 watts, just generally right around where I've ate this sort of coil. 0.67. Yeah, we got liquid coming out of our airflow. I might have got it wrong, cunts. See if we can fix that with a bit of vaping. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. The good thing about this design is we can whip the tank straight off and we can re-wick it without draining the tank. It might be one of those RTAs where you don't fluff it out, you don't thin it out. We might just need it to, because I'm using a 50-50 mouth to lung juice here. Maybe I should have just gone straight cotton into those channels. Yeah, that's a bit fucked. It doesn't look crazily oversaturated. Airflow is annoying to adjust a little bit. It's a little bit annoying to adjust. No, I'm going to re-wick it. We're going to re-wick. Since it's so easy to do, I'm just going to take that out. All right. New bit of cotton. And what we're going to do here, guys, because the wicking is obviously pretty efficient, we're just going to cut right about there. And we're just going to stuff it in. We're not going to do any thinning. We're not going to do any fluffing. We're just going to keep it simple. And we're going to just poke it straight in. We're going to do that. And hopefully, this wick's better. Focus, Frank. And where's our top? Should be good to go. The mod that I'm using, if you're wondering, is the Kratten. The Kratten mod from, what is it? Think Vape Kratten mod, DNA 100C, 21700. I think it looks quite a nice little setup there. Okay, round two. Much better. Much better, guys. That is much better. Zion, I am drinking a Hawker's Beneath the Trees We Gather plum and yuzu sour. It's pretty tasty. I'm done with it almost. Time for another beer. All right, so it seems to me that you want to go heavy on the cotton on this one if you're using a 50-50 liquid like I am. I think the quarter turn deck on this one, it's very easy to open. It's not super stiff. The tolerances are not super stiff. I think you could accidentally open it. But now that I've put more cotton in, it's wicking as I would expect. I'm not oversaturated, I'm not getting gurgling. I've got it on the second tightest airflow and it still feels quite loose. So I'm going to go to the tightest airflow option. Maybe I'm still getting some oversaturation. I can't say I'm a huge fan of this airflow. Yeah, I got a very saturated wick in there. Maybe it needs even more cotton. Does it need more cotton? Fuck me. I haven't had this much trouble with a wick since I don't know when. But this is not great. I don't really vape much stainless steel, to be honest. They're Lemel, mostly N80. Yeah, I'm getting gurgling and stuff again. This is rubbish. Do we go a third wick? It's hard to get that coil lower though. Fuck me. This is a bit of a pain, this tank. This is a real pain. Let me give it a quick rinse. All right, I've rinsed it, I've had a piss. Let's try again. Try again, will we? We can try putting that coil lower, but the problem is you've got those little guides there, and this is sort of where the coil is sort of supposed to sit. Getting your cotton through there is going to be tricky if you set the coil lower. You know, we're in line with our little guide here. Thank you, Lee. Let's all buy Bogan a beer. This is this is a bit of a fucking pain in the ass RTA. Started with me losing the pin for the airflow control. Now we can't fucking wick it. And this is very much designed for mouth to lung, so 50-50 juice shouldn't be a problem. Thanks for the donation, Lee. All right, third time lucky. All right, we're gonna go heavy cotton. Heavy cotton on this guy. So we're gonna go way out wide for this cotton. Way out wide. Big tufts. Big tufts of cotton. And we're going to do the old sort of U-shaped bend. So what I'm doing here, guys, is I'm sort of taking the end of the cotton and I'm pushing it down to the bottom. I'm saying this as I don't do it. There we go. In it goes. Okay, that is stuffed. That is stuffed with cotton now. If this doesn't work, I give up. This is like an Italian car. Finicky and a pain in the ass. All right, let's juice it up. And let's see if this over cotton fucking works. All right. Italian engineering. No gurgling just yet. We're looking good. That is good. Now we're getting somewhere. Nibiru. I was starting to think it was the Nibir fuck you. That's much better. We've got much slower air bubbles. Still bubbling, but much slower. Now we've got lots of cotton in there. That's actually working quite nicely. But fuck me, was that a pain in the ass. You got to use heaps of cotton. So wicking it like a noob works. Yeah, just put heaps of cotton in like you're a brand new vapor. Still kind of getting a gurgle though. Listen to this. Listen, this is trash. Listen to this. Oh, that sounds horrible. That is just. Oh, that's fucked. That is. I'm sorry, but this thing costs. Okay, well maybe that's why it's on sale. It was 200 Aussie dollars and now it's $99.50. I can see why. Because this thing, listen to that. Just gurgling juice. I'm done. I've had enough. I don't even want to throw it because it'll probably open and fucking start leaking everywhere. Where's the box? Back in the box. Fuck off. Fuck off. That is trash. I need a beer. What garbage? What fucking garbage? I'm sorry, but I think I gave it a fair fucking shake. All right, I gave it a fair fucking shake. 3 wicking jobs, increasing the cotton each time. I've never put so much cotton into an MTL RTA. A hard-earned thirst needs a big cold beer, and I tell you what, I've got a hard-earned thirst after that fucking shenanigans. Disappointing. Disappointing, guys. Appreciate you guys persevering with me through that, but not worth it. Not fucking worth it. So, moving on from the trash that was the Nibiru, the Nibiru fuck you. Next in our line of builds is the Caspardina. The Caspardina by 1% over the Tita dot. Let's see if the Greeks can do it better than the Italians. We'll see. From one high-end European to another. Hopefully we have a better fucking result with this thing. Okay, so this is by the Golden Greek. Can't show you the back because of websites. But it is the how do I pronounce it? Caspardina. It comes in 2 colors. This is the black one, and it comes with 2 airflow pins, a 1.2 millimeter, which is pre-installed, and a 3.5 for direct lung. It also comes with a chimney insert. If you want to reduce the airflow on the chimney, you can. Underneath the foam, you will find a bunch of spares, O-rings, screws, and some instructions. And let's have a look at it. It's a short, stubby little guy. It's got like a little 510 drip tip up the top here, but it does have its own sort of very narrow platform. And from what I can tell, I had a look at this the other day, it has like 2 ways to fill it. Just get that drip tip back into its place. You can twist the top cap and fill it through these little holes here, which go directly into the tank, or you can keep twisting and keep twisting. Is that right? There we go. You can pull off the whole cap and you can fill it through these large kidney holes. It's like a little quarter turn. I believe they do other airflow pins if you want different sizes, but you get 1.2 and 3.5. Airflow is going to come in through these little side numbers here, but it obviously is going to get restricted by the pin. Let's take it apart. pull that off. A little O-ring that's come loose. Now, oh, it does have quarter turn, so you don't need to take this apart to get to the deck. But you probably want to screw it onto a mod. Screw it on here. I think you twist it anti-clockwise or clockwise. Anti-clockwise, and then wiggle it off. There you go. So yeah, if you have it on a mod, it's got a quarter turn release system for the deck. Got little tabs there. And then you got an interesting little kind of deck design. So wicking's going to be through these channels, I think. You remove this little number here, pull that guy out of the way, and there's your deck. So wicking is going to be down in here. Pin is underneath your coil, so that's where your airflow is going to be controlled. What are we doing? MTL or direct lung, guys? What do we want to see? Wind out our post screws while you guys are deciding. Both? We don't have time for both. So it looks like if you run this plug system, because there's these little holes here, right? So that's your wicking port here, but these little holes are connected to the airflow. So you can have air coming up through here and coming in from the side. And then if you run this plug system, you block off that side airflow. Direct lung. A lot of people saying direct lung. We can do direct lung. It's got generous wicking ports, so direct lung will be no problem. Leave that out for now. Well, if we're going to do direct lung, we've got to swap the pin out. A lot of people saying restricted direct lung. So we'll take the airflow pin out, put in our direct lung, 3.5mm pin. Direct lung will melt the poor little guy. No plastic, it's all stainless steel. All right, well there's our big 3mm pin. But yeah, looking at our wicking ports, we don't want to have a fucking repeat. Shane says MTL, but what would he know? I think we're going to go with the popular vote, and that is for direct lung. Got a very long 510 pin because you can see it's sitting up above, like that's as deep as it'll go on the mod. So it's got a very long 510 pin, which is interesting. Unless that kind of comes down over it. No, it sits up. Look at that. Very long 510 pin. Weird. weird to have such a long 510 pin. All right, so we need a restricted direct lung coil, because that's what everybody wants. Tom Day from MTN here. MTN coils? Tom Day? I've got some MTN coils. Which you gave me when I was over at Expo. Hopefully I'll be seeing you in a few weeks, mate. Are you going to be going to Expo? Tom, is it Tom from MTN Coils? Let's see, what do we got here? Ooh, 0.45. That could work. That could work. Let's use some of your coils, Tom. Frame staples, fused Claptons, mouth to lung. Let's have a look at this coil. Will this fit in here? Tom will be there. Let me know what you're drinking. Anything from Brewdog is usually going to go down pretty well with me, mate. Do we use a billet coil, 0.45 ohms, or do we use, what's this guy here? Let's go with that. Let's go with the 0.45. All right, well, since we've got Tom from MTN Coils, we shall use one of Tom's coils. MTN coils, billet coils. So these are sort of designed for single coil use in maybe billet boxes or whatnot. Tom is based in Brighton, the United Kingdom. And I think this will fit nicely in here. 0.45 ohms will be a good resistance for a restricted direct lung. Nice little alien. Nice packaging. It is nice packaging, isn't it, Shane? I love the little test tubes, little sparkly test tubes. So if we put one of Tom's coils in here, it's going to go kind of just like that. That should fit well in there. Let's use our little coil rod, 2.5 millimeter inner diameter. Keep it in place and screw down. Oh, that's easy. Very easy. What time is it there, Sam? Andre, it is 2:24 in the afternoon. 2:24. That looks good to me. Oh, I'll maybe just push it over a little bit. There we go. Secure that. Secure that. All right, now we've got to cut them. Got to cut them. I find the little trick is to sort of bend your coil leg up. I like the extra long leg there as well, Tom. Means if you want to add a few extra wraps to your coil, you can. Always appreciated when coilers add a little extra length to their coils so that people can customize them if they want. All right, how are we sitting? Are we sitting in our little rod? Come down a little bit. There we go. Just push it down. It's got little guides just in here, so you kind of just nestle your coil in to those little grooves. according to the manufacturer. That's what they reckon. All right, let's do a little pulse and a pinch. That's looking good. Tom Day, big donation there, Tom. Fuck me. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. That's very generous of you, Tom. I will buy a few beers on you. All right, I think we are good for cotton. Let's do a last little check. Check. 1, 2. Yep, we're ready for cotton. So I've got it kind of just sitting a little bit skew with. There we go. Bloody beautiful. All right, let's let that cool down. I'm gonna cool down. Dwayne, thank you very much for tuning in all the way from South Africa. That's awesome. Dwayne, I'm gonna be heading to South Africa, mate. Haven't officially announced it, but since we have a South African here, Brew, I'm going to be in Pretoria in November for your VapeCon, I think it's called, VapeCon. Going to be over there with the Sir Vape boys, Bearded Viking, the Sir Vape lads, the Obey Robot boys, the OG Leather boys, or boy, or lads. He's a man now. When I first met him, he was still a boy, but yeah, I was there in 2018. It was fucking awesome. I am very excited to be heading back to South Africa in November. So mate, if you're anywhere near Pretoria or you're heading over to VapeCon, might see you there, Dwayne. Sir Vape is in there, sorry. Ah, little shit, I let it out of the back. Sir Vape. Look, you want me to do a video, Craig, to tell you that I was coming? We'll do an official announcement, Craig, don't worry. I'm going to send you that video very soon, Craig, so that you can let all the South Africans know. But yeah, it's going to be lekker. It's going to be lekker. It's Dwayne's fault, Craig. That's why I told everyone. It's Dwayne's fault. Blame Dwayne. But yeah, that's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting. Let's put some cotton in this this RTA. Yeah, got a busy last few months of the year. The UK, and then about a month after, South Africa, which is going to be fun. All right, let's whack some cotton in this little guy. I think this is going to be a bit of a flavour banger. Bit of a flavour banger, guys, I reckon. So we've got decent sort of depth on these juice wells. So we'll go with a sort of edge of the deck, edge of the RTA kind of length. I'm not going to thin it out too much because we've got pretty open juice channels, and you know, our experiences earlier today have taught us. Oh, that fits nice. Yeah, so I reckon given my track record today, I don't want to make any fucking claims that I'm going to wick this correctly. Generally, my wicking, you guys, it's, you know, if I don't say so myself, it's usually on point, but today we've had a few shenanigans with that fucking Nibiru. But I think generally I can judge it. That looks pretty good to me. That looks alright. So, let's put some liquid in this fucker. What are we gonna vape? What are we gonna vape? Huh? Are we expecting dangle clacks? GT. Well, we've had enough dangle clacks for today with that fucking Nibiru. What a joke. Alright, liquid. What are we going to put in you? I'm going to go with, at risk of being a boring, one of my favourites, the Rituals, saltwater taffy line, Dragon Passion. Dragon fruit, it's passion fruit. This is a little 6 milligram Nick salts. Oh no, it's 10 milligram. Oh, that's a bit much, isn't it? Oh no, this is the 3 milligram mix that I've got. This will be alright. Wrong camera on, sorry guys. Okay, let's put it back together. There we go. Twist it clockwise to lock it in. Now, I'm going to try and fill through these little side holes because I believe that is... Oh, hang on. One thing we've forgotten. We've forgotten the little pluggy thing. We're going to try it with no side airflow first, and then if we need to, we can take this little ring out, try it that way. But I think initially I want to try it with that in there. Oh yeah, you can just... fill through those holes. Might leave you with a little bit of mess. Might need a little vapor towel to clean that off, but you can just close it off like that. That's nice and easy. But you can take that whole top cap off if you want. Alright, we need a mod. We need a little mod for this. I feel like we need a little tiny mod. Because it's such a teeny tiny tank. I do want to try it on this. Oh, the 510 is immense. That looks terrible. I wanted to put it on the Reload Vapor. Forget what this mod was called. What was this thing called? But look at the gap. Frankie, come on, mate. Come on. Focus. Look at the gap on this thing. Terrible. So that's no good. It might just be a case of finding a mod where there's no gap, but that's not going to be great. Alright, we got no gap on the DNA, so we'll try it on that. $30. So it came in at 0.34, a little bit lower than we were expecting, which I'm not unhappy about. But there it is on the Think Vape Kratten. Kind of like a big mod for such a small tank. I feel like we need something a little more dainty, but let's just try it on this first. Oh, it's immediately nice. It is, as expected, cunts, a little fucking flavour banger. Shane says it'd be nice on a side-by-side. Problem is, Shane, it's so short that most side-by-side mods it's gonna be too short on. But I feel like we need a little black mod or something for this, because it looks a bit silly on this big silver one. What about this fella? Yeah, that works. The Druga Foxy. That's a nice little combo, isn't it? And it fits. There's no gap. I thought there was going to be a problem with gaps. Doesn't seem to be the case, which is good. Alright, let's do that again. An Odin Mini. We could put it on an Odin Mini. I do have an Odin Mini. It would look... Ooh, yeah, maybe. Oh, it does look good on an Odin Mini. There it is. So it's reading at 0.38 on this DNA, so a little bit lower than we were expecting, but perfectly fine. Ooh, yes. Yeah, if you like flavour, it's a little flavour banger. For 30 watts, that is pumping out a very sizable cloud. And that 3.5mm pin is kind of just perfect. I don't think I want to take out that insert and add more airflow because it's just nice. That is, that's awesome. 0.38, 30 watts, it's going to vape for days on a 21700. Obviously the capacity is not going to be huge on this thing. Delicious. Delicious. Welcome comeback after that bullshit from Italy. Flavour is fantastic. Airflow, because it's coming from those 1, 2, 4 little slits around the outside, but then it gets condensed into that one little pin underneath the coil. Flavor's great, airflow smooth. I think with the pin that you can put in at the 1.2, you can even get 1mm pins and 0.8mm pins. If you want to get the mouth to lung pins in there, I think the airflow will be great. So I think as a mouth to lung, we'll maybe do another build stream and switch it over to a mouth to lung coil. But for a nice restricted direct lung, that is tasty. That is super flavoursome. This drip tip, while it's a little limited in the fact that you've got the kind of vase-shaped top to it, it feels really nice. It's really comfortable. I'm really happy with that. I'm really happy with that after the train wreck that we just had before. A tank extension for it? There might be. There might be. Keeping up really well with the wicking. There are different fill caps for it. I can't see a tank extension, but there might be one out there. The Caspardina. Let's have a look. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, there is. There is a tank extension to go from 2 mils to 4 mils to 6 mils. You can get a 6 mil extension, you can get a 4 mil extension, or you can go with 2 mils, which is what it has stock. So if you wanted more liquid, it'll do it. All right, we've got to move on because I've got to go pick up the kids from school. So we need to build the Tita Dot. The Tita Dot RBA. Comes in this little packaging here. Got a little tin. So we did the Boro bridge. This one is, you know, sort of quite a different wicking system because it's a dot bridge. So you've got the same sort of usual dot top to it. The deck is kind of similar in the post design, but your wicking is going to come from above via those 2 little holes, kind of like we've seen on other dot RBAs. You get a range of pins. What are we doing, mouth to lung or direct lung, guys? I feel like we did a direct lung just now. You get spares, O-rings, gaskets, grub screws, and you get an adapter. Now to attach it to a mod, you need to unscrew this little guy and then thread on your adapter. Yeah, they did send me their dot mod. It's not a dot mod, obviously, but it's a mod that takes the dot AIO bridges, which I'll show you guys when we've finished it. Build it MTL for Shane. Yeah, I feel like we should, shouldn't we? All right, well, let's quickly put in an MTL pin. Shane. So we take out the pin. You get quite a few pins. Let's see, what's the smallest one we've got? That one looks pretty small. Come on, out you come. That's a direct lung. It's kind of like, looks like a 1.2 or 1.5. We'll go with this. Looks like a 1 millimeter or a 0.8. I'll have to look it up, but we'll go with the narrow one. Oh, you don't need to thread them in. They're just, you just push it in. Just an O-ring. Nope, not that one. We have some sizable flat heads. I say sizable, but the groove for the flat head is kind of narrow. Yeah, my usual sort of go-to flathead driver won't fit in there, so I'm gonna have to use something with a narrower fucking edge to it, because it's a narrow groove. Oh fuck, those screws are in there tight. All right, wind out the screws. We need a mouth to lung coil. What have we got here? Let's go with with a catchy coil. This will work. Catchy coils. This one is an alien fused Clapton. If we can get a focus on the text, that'd be good. 3 strands of 32 gauge wrapped in 40 gauge. Right around that sort of resistance I like, the 0.75, 0.8, 2.5 ID. So it looks like we can kind of put it in either side. So I guess we'll go like that. Where's our little coil rod? Don't focus on my finger camera, Frank. Keep it on the fucking deck. Very narrow flat heads. But they'll go in without too much trouble. Just got to use a narrow driver. Looks like we've got to twist our coil just a little bit. Kind of get it to line up with the channels. There we go. All right, we've got our coil in, I think. Just give these a last little tighten. Looks good. All right, let's and we've got plenty of clearance here on these posts, so nice and easy to just snip and snip. We're reading at 0.69. That's good. Let's drop the wattage down just a smidgen. Used these catchy coils before and they are always very nice. I think these are all N80, yeah. N80 wire, if anybody is wondering. That looks good. Let's chuck our cap on and just make sure. Might just cut this a little closer. Looking good. Let's put our cap on. Yep, no problems with clearance. All right, we'll let that cool down real quick. Thanks everyone for tuning in today. It's been fun. It's been a slightly more, what do you call it? Interesting session with a few dramas with that very shitty product. Always makes things a little more interesting when it doesn't quite go according to plan. All right, let's put some cotton in this thing. Alright, cotton time. I think we're going to kind of wick this similar to other dot bridges because you got that sort of top-down gravity wicking system, so we might just kind of go on a bit of a and then kind of just tuck it in. You want to keep it kind of high and fluffy because you know have like a little hole meeting the cotton. I'm not going to thin it out because we're going to use 50-50 liquid. Oops. Who was it that asked for death metal earlier? Well, here's a bit of doom for you, hey? Bit of doom metal. Fistful of candy. Thank you very much. That's a massive donation there. Cheers to you and the kids, mate. Love watching you build and break down the goods. Keep the beers flowing. Fistful of candy. That is so generous of you. Thank you so much. That is massively appreciated, mate. Thank you so much. That is just so nice. All right, liquid. We need a mouth to lung liquid. I've got to go get the kids, so we've got to move this. Since that absolute train wreck of a fucking Nibiru, I'm going to go with another tobacco flavour that I just love. And is also from the Vaping Fossil. They have this awesome naturally extracted tobacco line, and one that I haven't featured all that much, but I really do. I've got to cover that website. Is their whiskey sour. It's a tobacco with a whiskey sour flavour, and it has like a tang, like, you know, if you've had a whiskey sour, it has that sort of tanginess. And this has that kind of tang that you get with a whiskey sour, with the tobacco kind of earthy notes. I really like it. Not quite as much as the rum and raisin, but it's a nice little break. It's not as heavy. It's not as heavy as the rum and raisin. All right, is there a front and a back on this guy? I don't think there is. I think we can just slide on our top. GT twin cam. I'm Norwegian, mate. This is chill metal. Yeah, yeah, it is. It's pretty chill when you compare it to the Norwegians. I think you guys listen to metal when you're fucking putting the kids to sleep, huh? Isn't that like a lullaby, metal? But appreciate the donation there, mate. That's very generous of you. So, as I mentioned, VEEPON is the company that made these. VEEPON. And they have also done, so they did the Tita X, which is your Boro RBA. And then they did this guy here, the Tita, which I think they obviously did first. But they also have done a .AIO mod. You know, it doesn't look anything like the .AIO, but it takes your .AIO bridges. They sent me, it comes with a metal, with a matching metal wheel. Not that way. Magnets go that way. A matching metal. Comes in black, comes in silver, comes in red, and they also do like a white Delrin. But I haven't got a silver, you know, kind of AIO, so I went with the silver. But they also sent me the carbon fiber door, which I think looks super classy. Silver and carbon fiber, very nice. And so yeah, your little dot bridge goes in like it would on any other sort of dot product, slides in. This is the Tita mod. It's got like a proprietary chip that kind of looks like a DNA. Well, 30 watts, that's going to be a bit too much. What are we doing? We're going the wrong way. Let's start with... So the resistance has come in a little higher on this one at 1 ohm. I might have to play around with some things and see if that adjusts at all, but... Oh no, 0.86. There we go. 0.86, which is pretty close to the rated. That goes on like so, and there you go. There's the Tita mod. Single 18650 through the bottom there. It's a really cheap option for dot products. All right, let's try it. 15 watts. That airflow is perfect. I'm not sure what the pin size is on this one. It's either a 1mm or a 0.8. It's either 1mm or 0.8. It's pretty tight, but it's a proper MTL experience. 0.85 is what the coil is settled at. That's nice. Right. It might be flooded. I might not have put enough cotton in there. No, it's not particularly fingerprinty there, Bet. It's actually pretty good because it's got like a satin finish to it. So it's not really fingerprinty because it's a sort of satin aluminium finish. I'm getting a bit of gurgling. I don't think I put enough cotton in. I think it needs more. But flavor is good. Yeah, we got some leaking. We got some leaking issues, guys. But I don't have time to re-wick it. I've got to go get the kids. I've got to get the kiddos. Otherwise, I'd love to stay and re-wick it with you, but I'm gonna have to save that for the after testing before the review because it's 3 o'clock. The kids have finished school. But I think with a bit more cotton, it should be all right. But it is leaking a little bit. We have got a bit of a leak. Bit of a leak. But there you go, guys. That is the Tita.aio. I think the Tita Boro. That was great though. Yeah, still going good. The Tita Boro was fantastic. I'm sure with a bit more cotton, I can get that Tita to work alright. But fuck the Nibiru. That thing was a piece of shit. This thing though, the Caspardina, definitely the standout of the two would be the Tita and the Caspardina. Man, the flavour on that Caspardina, fantastic. As with the Tita Boro, a great budget Boro option. Fantastic. So a bit of a mixed bag today, guys. Some tricky wicking on a few of them. Anyway, I've got to go. As I said, it is 3 o'clock. The kids have finished school. I've got to go pick them up. But thank you so much for joining me on this little journey of vaping. I will obviously be fully testing and reviewing these products, except for that fucking Nibiru. That can get fucked. I don't know whether I'll do a video on that. I might just do a 10-second video saying it's fucking shit, don't buy it. But the Titas and the Caspardina, that will get a full review. Dudes, dudettes, thank you so much for your super chats as well. Some very, very generous donations today from some of you guys. I really, really appreciate that. As an independent reviewer, it's massive. It allows me to buy more of these. All right, I'm gonna fuck off. Sorry I can't stick around for questions and stuff, but I do appreciate you guys tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been fun. There's been a few dangle clacks, but it's been fun. So I'll see you guys probably not before I go to the UK. I don't think I'll get a live build stream happening next week. I don't really have a whole lot of like rebuildables. There's a few mesh products that I could be doing, but fuck, I hate mesh. And I got to get some reviews done before I then fuck off on Wednesday to 1 week. It's 1 week. Fuck, it's Wednesday today. 1 week and I leave for the UK. So if you're in the UK, I hope to see you either at the Patreon meet or at the Expo. I'm going to be there all 3 days. F130 is the booth that we're going to be at with the Rebel Bogan. So come and say hi, come and grab some juice, and I might even have a few stubbies for you. But I'll leave it there, guys. Sub-o me dicks off and your bloody tits off. All the usual links in the description. Thank you, Shane, for doing the admin, and thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you very fucking soon, all right?